As creatures of Earth, we're constantly wary of anything entering our atmosphere. Stray asteroids, for example, have caused mass extinctions before. But there's something else that could impact Earth as well. Something unusual, because we're not actually certain it exists. But if it does exist, then it could be far more dangerous than even the biggest asteroid imaginable. This is Unveiled, and today we're answering the extraordinary question, what if strange matter hit Earth?
Are you a fiend for facts? Are you constantly curious? Then why not subscribe to Unveiled for more clips like this one and ring the bell for more fascinating content?
When we talk about strange matter, what exactly are we referring to? Ordinary matter is all the everyday stuff. All materials, substances, people, animals, planets, and moons. They're all formed from ordinary matter. And if you zoom in close enough, you'll find that everything is made up of atoms, the building blocks of life, the universe, and everything. But if we go even deeper, to the subatomic level, eventually we get to the fundamentals of strange matter. Regular atoms consist of protons, neutrons, and electrons, but these too can be broken down into even smaller pieces, including quarks, which are the most elementary particles we know of, along with leptons. There are 6 known types of quark: up, down, top, bottom, charm, and strange. Regular matter ordinarily makes use of only the 2 most stable quark types, the up and down quarks. The others decay far too quickly to register. We could say then that all matter in the observable universe is formed by only 2 out of the possible 6 quarks available. Strange matter is different to the norm though, because it's thought to be made up of 3 types of quark. The up and down as usual, and, you guessed it, the strange. Strange quarks are believed to be less common in the universe, mostly because it takes extremely high energy interactions for them to form. Theories abound, however, that they do still exist en masse, and most probably in the heart of extremely dense neutron stars, with neutron stars being among the densest objects we know about in space besides black holes. It's thought that inside the core of some neutron stars, strange quarks take hold and spread. This happens until all the quarks within that core converge into strange matter, a most mysterious substance. In this case, we can refer to the neutron star as a quark star, but also as a strange star. At this point, it's important to remember that we haven't yet confirmed the existence of such a star anywhere in the universe. These are theorized objects, but they're not total science fiction either. The suggestion that they do exist is rooted in our understanding of how the subatomic world works, and in what we believe the early universe was like, when it's proposed that strange quarks might have been far more prevalent just after the Big Bang. Regardless, what's important for today's question is that if strange matter does exist today, even if it's only in the cores of neutron stars, then there's the real potential for absolute disaster everywhere else. Strange matter has been variously labeled the most dangerous substance in the universe, and here's why. Theoretically, strange matter can do what other matter can't and transform anything it touches into strange matter. In a sense, it infects regular matter, setting off a chain reaction that alters the physical world at a fundamental level. That's why it's dangerous. The somewhat vague scientific consensus as to why this might happen is that strange matter could also be the ideal state of matter. Its stability, predictability, energy needs, and density all amount to it being ultra-efficient. In general, regular matter also strives to be in its most efficient state, which is why predictions claim that it would swiftly try to emulate strange matter if it ever encountered it. So now consider what could happen if strange matter was let loose across the universe. Any star, planet, moon, asteroid, or life form it met could find itself inescapably transformed, rearranged at the quark level, although much depends on how it's charged, and more on that later. Small amounts of strange matter are called strangelets, and it's these that most fuel this particular astronomical nightmare. It's hypothesized that strangelets could leak out of a neutron star, perhaps during a massive neutron star collision. In the grand scheme of space, strangelets are small and unnoticeable, but we'd certainly know all about it if even just one arrived on Earth. It could theoretically move through our planet, converting and naturally condensing everything before it, leaving our world much smaller than it was and totally without life. It's not entirely clear how quickly this could happen, but some estimates claim that it would be over before we'd even realized it had begun. 1 second we're living our everyday regular matter lives, the next we've been fundamentally restructured. So what possible defense could we mount against such a threat? And how likely is it that strange matter will ever come to Earth? One glint of hope is that, according to some theories, if strange matter is also positively charged, as it is suspected to be, then it could be repelled by Earth before it can do any damage. So perhaps the end of the world isn't nigh, but ultimately we are at the mercy of physics here, and our understanding of strange matter is still very limited. If it really can transform anything it touches into itself, and it ever did arrive on Earth, then unfortunately, no amount of doomsday prepping could save us. Even the underground bunkers that we so stereotypically run to during disaster events would dissolve all around us. As far as how likely it is that strange matter could descend on our planet, scientists aren't completely sure. As we said, strangelets are thought to be small, and they could be very rare, making it very unlikely that strange matter and Earth would ever cross paths. But at the other end of the spectrum, it's also been hypothesized that strangelets, small as they might be, aren't rare at all, and could even contribute to the mass of one of the biggest mysteries in astronomy, dark matter. If this were to prove to be the case, then we would have reason to be seriously concerned, given that dark matter is thought to make up around a quarter of the known universe. For now, it should be said that scientists aren't that concerned, so you can rest assured that the strange apocalypse probably isn't going to happen tomorrow. It's just that if it did happen, we'd almost certainly be doomed. And what's unlikely to make anybody feel any better about the situation is that we could potentially create strange matter right here on Earth as well, according to some stories. Around the year 2000, for example, there was some public anxiety relating to the switching on of the Relativistic Heavy Ion Collider, otherwise known as the RHIC, at Brookhaven National Laboratory in New York State. The RHIC is a particle accelerator similar to the Large Hadron Collider in Europe. And, as was the case with the Large Hadron Collider too, it was tagged with various doomsday prophecies when it started operations, including that the scientists using it might accidentally produce strange matter, thereby risking the future of Earth. Fast forward to today though, and in more than 2 decades worth of use, the RHIC still hasn't produced a single strangelet. And the odds that it ever would have been calculated as being more than a 1 in 50 million chance. So again, we can all rest easy. It's almost certain that nothing will go drastically wrong with our reality today, tomorrow, or next week. And hey, we do actually have one ready-made solution if strange matter was ever detected and somehow contained. Cast it off into a black hole. Black holes devour all forms of matter without discrimination, so they could stop even strange matter in its tracks. Admittedly, quite how we'd go about dumping anything into a black hole is something we haven't worked out how to do yet, but hopefully it'll never come to that anyway. In general, strange matter is, well, strange. It's still a huge unknown in science and has never been directly observed. Growing numbers of physicists are confident that it does exist though, somewhere. Most probably deep within the core of the densest neutron stars. It may never escape that environment, and if it does, it may never reach us. But if a single strangelet came to our particular planet, and the conditions were just right for it to do its thing, then we could all be quark soup before we know it. And that's what would happen if strange matter hit Earth.
What do you think? Is there anything we missed? Let us know in the comments, check out these other clips from Unveiled, and make sure you subscribe and ring the bell for our latest content.